And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the fifth and final heat of the night for tomorrow's I Stand with Letto 400 from Oxford Plains Raceway here in Maine. Final heat tonight brought to you by Tri-E Inc. Tri-E Inc. builds walk-in coolers and freezers for grocery stores and big box stores in the southeastern United States, covering a geographical area from Florida to Texas to Virginia. They are an excellent source for installation, repair, and maintenance. Contact them at tryeinc@gmail.com. So just want to update you on some specific situations for those wondering at home, and specifically those that are in the Discord. A couple of updates. First off, Bowen Smith is moved to the 062. They are locked in already. So just an FYI on that. Also something to keep in mind, the 16 and the 2 possibilities, they may not be in the feature tomorrow if they get fined by XCAL after the situation with Brandon Barney. So we're not sure how that's going to look on their end. Stay tuned for updates on that. So the starting lineup we're going to have will not be official tomorrow. If you have some good eyes, you can see the starting lineup on the left of your screen and where every car number currently stands at the moment. If the 16 and the 2 cars are not able to race tomorrow, and that lineup currently still stands, the 9 and the 51 could be racing. So we will just have to see what happens there. Tomorrow night's feature takes place at 7:30 p.m. on Twitch and Facebook at How to Suck at iRacing. Myself and Doug Burns on the call for the I Stand with Letto 400. Don't want to miss out on that. It should be a good one. This up just a little bit so you guys can see. And also FYI, late entries are to be determined, so there could be a possibility some drivers that are in may not make it depending on if we have any late entries. Keep in mind the cutoff time is 5 o'clock tomorrow, and based on some guys that made MMP but did not enter in for heats, some guys that didn't make MMP, as long as they made MMP and can enter, they have until 5 o'clock. If they didn't make MMP and didn't enter any of the heats, they are not able to race. So here we go for the final heat, and let's give you the starting lineup. Jonathan Bronson, Gregorio Emiliano Dorso, row 1. Mason Foster, Jordan Babinger, row number 2. Row 3, Clinus LaBeouf and Tyler McRae. Row 4, Stephen Rex, Patrick Sullivan. Rounding out the top 10, Travis Sukup and Joe Campbell in a must top 3 situation. Row 6, Daniel Miller and Sean Patrick. You look at row 7, Robert Colgan and Art Hendren, and rounding out the field of 16, Gerald Poole and Jeremy Letto. Get our final words here from the president of XCAL Racing, Aaron Hillebush. Track temp, by the way, has gone up a couple of degrees, and you have to keep in mind as well the current time to beat. Kendrick Cryer from heat race number 2, a 16:037. You see it on the left of your screen. If the winner has a better lap time of 16:037, they will start on the pole for tomorrow night's feature at Oxford Plains. Drivers that are pretty much in a must transfer situation will be on the bottom left of your screen. In the field, they include Joe Campbell, Travis Sukup, Daniel Miller, and Gerald Poole, I believe, are in that situation right now.
Yeah, drivers are rolling off. We have 2 pace laps here, 2 pace laps.
2 pace laps, by the way. Winner again starts inside the top 5. Again, by the way, all the drivers that are EOL'd are already under the EOL session that will be starting from the rear. Keep in mind, once the lineup is all set, it is unofficial until XCAL releases the starting lineup tomorrow. Apparently, we got reports the driver already crashed. Nope, that was Jonathan Bronson, so we are good to go. He is on pole, filling in for Matt Bear for tomorrow night's feature, and I don't know what that face is about, but that is a creepy face, I tell you that for sure. It gives drivers nightmares when they are behind him. So here we go. Pace truck makes the left-hand turn to pit road. Bronson and Dorsey in the front row. Green flag is out. The final heat is on. An amazing start by Bronson. Foster inside up. Dorso looks for second spot on the track. The 96 has been covered out with 5 last week. When you do it again, you got to position. Nice LaBeouf inside up. Jonathan Bronson. LaBeouf makes his way up to 4th position, but Stephen Rex may take a look inside here in the number 28. As the run entered in the final heat, Mike Stoddard may be driving the car tomorrow. We'll have to see what happens there. Again, best times on your screen instead of the intervals. Yellow lights are on. That's for Linus LaBeouf in the 03, who is spun out. I don't know where that is. Another car involved. That's Tyler McRae. McRae's in the show tomorrow. Keep that in mind via top 15. That's in turns 3 and 4. So it looks like a 2-car accident. As I'm trying to look at the lineup, LaBeouf expected to start 20th. We know he is in the show. McRae is in via the top 15 in series standings. And we will look this angle and see what happened. LaBeouf comes down into Babinger and up into Tyler McRae. Remember, those two, by the way, had some bad... Oh, boy, LaBeouf almost went upside down. Remember, these two guys had some bad blood last week at North Wilkesboro in one of the heats, where LaBeouf got into where McRae got into actually McRae got into LaBeouf, and then LaBeouf got into McRae back, or whatever the way it was. McRae got into LaBeouf. LaBeouf then got McRae got LaBeouf. McRae got LaBeouf got McRae. Then McRae got LaBeouf. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. Let's look at it. Just barely missed it. So we'll watch from LaBeouf first.
Quick here. Double up, double up, double up, double up, inside, outside, inside, outside. Check the heads up displays.
So LaBeouf is in pit road. I believe he's getting the EOL for that. McRae's stuck in the back, obviously, so we're ready to go back to green after the first caution. 6 laps are on the board. It's Bronson and Foster row 1, Dorso and Rex row 2, Babinger, Sukup row 3, Sullivan, Miller row 4, Joe Campbell, Robert Cogan round out the top 10. Keep in mind the pole time to beat is a 16:037 right now. Nobody has it at the moment. Back to green. Bronson gets it going. Ooh, Dorso, Foster way up the track, 3 wide off of 2. Babinger, look at the move he makes on the bottom, up to the final transfer spot. And it's Stephen Rex hanging on number 28, and it's a big junkyard. Yellow flag, is it coming out? Yes, it is.
On the 19 car for the restart, there's no lanes here. We would like to be just a little bit lower on the racetrack. It was kind of wishy-washy. Race control is going to review the accident. Let us know when you're 2-2.
Jonathan Bronson, we had reports that he crashed, but nope, obviously he didn't. Same with Mason Foster, but there was just, nope, that's before the green. I want to get to the yellow flag. I had Sukup that crashed, but that may have been late after the yellow. I'm going to watch that in real time first from another angle. So we came in late on that. How about watching Steven? There you see it there. That's the Sukup just got into the yellow. And Sukup's chances, same with maybe Campbell's, are dashed. See if This could be it right here. Let's take a look. Rex got loose there on the exit. He has too much. This is going to be tricky. We had Gerald Poole too crashing out. I think this was after the idiot spun. I think it was just slowing down and checking up for the leaders. Yeah. I believe that was all the replays today, brought to you by More Polish Pottery. So it's Bronson.
I got the EOL on the 28 car. Looks like there was a 3-wide situation. He gave plenty of room, but he put himself up in the marbles. Got the car loose, came back down into traffic, and a whole bunch of everybody got a piece of that.
GG. 2-2.
Thank you for the 2-2.
So in a 2-to-go situation here. Jonathan Bronson, Gregorio Emiliano Dorso, and Jordan Babinger currently are top 3. The 19 is in via the top 15. Currently they were expected to start in... I'm trying to find the 19 here on my end. Actually, I don't think I have it. Let me take a look. My goodness, I don't. Okay, you know what? We're not going to follow this starting lineup from now on, okay? Just focus on the poll. We'll get the official lineup out tomorrow, so ignore all of that. Let's just focus on the racing. My lineup's way off. A little bit confusing right now, especially with all the situations we're going through, but we're back to green. Foster trying to find a hole, but Dorso cut him off, and around goes the 78, and same with the 96. And I think that's Stephen Rex as well. No yellow flag. Meanwhile, we stay green. This puts Patrick Sullivan up into 3rd. And this has just been a mess. And can you believe this? Jeremy Letto is currently in 4th position and could find himself in a transfer spot up 12 spots from the start. Just imagine if he makes it in. That'd be pretty funny, I'll tell you that. Bronson already approaching lap traffic. I can turn my mic up. Yes, absolutely. How about this? Hopefully that sounds a lot better. Ooh, Rex is loose in front of the leaders. That got close. Talking quietly, it's late at night. Don't want to have the parents. For 2nd spot, Sullivan inside on Babinger. And takes it away. Letto, by the way, a 2nd behind the 48. And by the way, Jonathan Bronson has a 16:04. 16:037. They are tied right now. So now that would mean you would have to go to a tiebreaker, I think, on who would start up front. And I believe that this would be Matthew Bear that would start, or the 19 of Bronson that would start on the pole. And Bronson just took McRae out, and the yellow flag is out.
That looks like we
And
got
there is the commentator jinx.
Turn 4. Let us know when we're 2-2. Pace trucks
This is
are
going to
jumping
be on
over
the
the mound
19,
right now.
and from the pole to the back. Oh boy. This just got interesting. And we're going to show this to you in real time. That is definitely what Kendrick Cryer wanted to see. And the leader, I don't know who the leader is going to be. That's so tough to tell, as they were 3 wide for the lead just as the yellow came out. Scoring says Bronson. But man, I don't know. That is a tough call on who's the leader, but I think this is going to go on Bronson. Bronson's, I think, is going to get an EOL here. We're waiting for the official call here. I haven't heard McRae on the radio. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have him on the radio because his chat's been disabled. You can only talk on the Discord. So this could put Sullivan, Babbinger. This, if Bronson gets EOL'd for this, Jeremy Letto's going to find himself in a transfer spot.
Alright, so that was going on the 19 car.
Yep.
The leader was trying to get around a lapped car. A little bit of contact, a little bit more contact. Eventually that one went around. And what are you doing up there? Oh, that's going to be a black.
And Bronson, I
We
think,
got black on the 19 car. For some reason he went high when he's supposed to go low. I don't know what that's about.
and
Anyway,
yeah,
also
Bronson's
the 19
chances
car,
at the pole
you
have
got
been dashed.
with 5 miles an hour pace speed bringing them down. That last restart was real close. Didn't have a chance to get back and look at it
So
under
Patrick
live
Sullivan,
conditions.
Jordan
But
Babbinger,
I don't think that car is restarting.
and Jeremy Letto are the top three. Daniel Miller, by the way, keep in mind, is in a must-top transfer situation or else he goes home. He's a go-or-go-home car right now. Third spot would get him in. And we don't know who'd go home, though. Sullivan, Babbinger, Letto each have transfer spots at the moment. Pace car is in. Babbinger fading back behind Sullivan. Back to green we go. 24 to go. Look at Letto. He wants second on Babbinger. Oh, if he gets second away, this crowd's going to go nuts. They are side by side off of turn 4.
So again, there's no clear lanes, but you should be following the car in front of you better than that.
And somebody just got blacked. We don't know who. That's from the restart situation. And this battle is getting intense for third. How about Travis Sukup? He's up to P3. And also he said, oh, Foster just got dumped. Foster dumped from Dorso. There may have been some payback there. And yes, that was payback indeed. And Foster again is off track. Show you this part here. Nope. It's from something similar. Nah, if I'm Foster, I'm calling it. He's calling it. He'll likely have a provisional. But Travis Sukup in the 88, who I believe is also a go-or-go-homer, is looking for second on Jeremy Letto. And now Patrick gets loose. This is an insane heat. And now Letto's backed out of it. Likely gets a provisional, and Colgan is loose, and around he goes off of Miller. Yellow's out.
On the speedway, there was incident in the backstretch, and now one in turn 4.
Oh, Stephen
So
Rex,
one
and
of the
that's Daniel
backstretch
Miller.
cleaned up pretty quick.
And there's Sean Patrick. We'll see what happened there. Let's show you again the 7 of Colgan, who spun. Trying to see if we have it for you here. See if this will give us the angle. You see Colgan gets loose off of 2 and Miller off the front bumper. Then watch the 51 up into the 22 as the yellow flag came out. And that's likely going to end Miller's chances of trying to make the field for tomorrow. Don't be surprised if race control says we're going single file the rest of the way. Update, by the way, amongst the field, only one guy is faster than Cryer in terms of the best lap, and that was Jonathan Bronson. For Sullivan right now with a 16.155. This would put him, as I gotta scroll up here, put him 4th on the grid. We got reports, by the way, that Joe Campbell crash. Same with Gregorio Emiliano Dorso. We should be getting a 2-2 here and getting the call from race control right now.
2-2.
Here we go.
Yep, that one's going on the Killdozer. He was up high, got into that Oxford dirt, slid down across the racetrack completely sideways. 51 got into him, but there wasn't much he could do. That car was already dead sideways across the track. So that's first EOL on the 7. All right, maybe we could not wreck anymore. That'd be great.
come to one to go to get the restart here. And it's Patrick Sullivan and Travis Sukup the front row. Could Sukup make the top 3 and transfer in? That could affect possibly Gregorio Emiliano Dorso. And maybe even Jeremy Letto not making the feature. If I'm Letto, I need to make top 3. Pace truck is in. Here we go. 14 laps to go. We're back to green. Babinger to second. Letto looking for third on Sukup. This is for the final spot in the race, possibly. The same goes with Dorso. Letto up the track. This is getting very tight.
17 car. Close.
Did they just black flag the 17 of Jeremy Letto? No, they did not. Colgan was given an EOL. I think they just warned Letto, and Dorso puts the dumper on him. And tries to do it twice. Letto clipping the apron and falls back to 4th. Your drivers that are in 3 through 7 are in a go or go home situation. 10 laps to go, and Travis Sukup has it over Jeremy Letto. The gap is about 0.8 of a second. And for 4th on track. Jonathan Bronson in the mix-up. Keep in mind.
Alright, I got you.
And Joe Campbell just got killed. Not sure by who, but the replay will show us. On the more Polish pottery replay, that is Patrick behind him, and does he get dumped? Ooh, he clipped the apron actually, and the chances of him making the feature are likely dashed. So it's Sullivan, Babinger, Sukup the top 3, and Letto has fallen back to 5th. See if there's something we can show you on that. Here is the pass by Dorso on Letto. Puts the bumper on Letto. A lot of drivers using the chrome horn in these heats. And we're about to see green, green, green the rest of the way.
Green, green, green.
And there you hear it. Remember, Sullivan's best time is 16.15. Likely not enough to get to Kendrick Cryer for the pole. Again, we will watch this battle for third very closely. It is Travis Sukup with it. In 4th position is Gregorio Emiliano Dorso, and he is about 2 seconds back. Why don't we compare the lap times? You can see Sukup's a lot faster being away from the lap traffic. 3 laps to go. The chances for Dorso to not make the feature, same with possibly Jeremy Letto, Daniel Miller, are real right now. But 2 laps to go, meanwhile, for Patrick Sullivan. Has a 1.6 second lead on Jordan Babinger. 1 lap to go for the driver of the 16. Can he get himself a quick time in him to start on the pole? I don't think so. As Heat 5 goes to Patrick Sullivan. And your pole sitter for tomorrow night's I Stand with Letto 400 is Kendrick Cryer,
Winner to the Discord,
Jordan
please.
Babinger,
Time to stand with
and
Letto.
Travis Sukup. Transfer on in. How about that story for the 88? If they didn't make the top 3, they were going home. It's awesome to see for Travis Sukup. All right, so we're not going to get Sullivan. Actually, the situation right now is a little bit confusing for us. So apologies for that. I'm going to turn off my monitor here so we don't have any extra echo here, if you know what I'm talking about. So we'll just show you the official results and we will call it a night. Keep in mind our broadcast tomorrow night, 7:30, begins at 7:20 p.m. on Twitch and Facebook at How to Suck at iRacing. I'm on the call with Doug Burns, and that is how they look. And seems likely that
All right, so
Dorso,
barring any protests or anything goofy like that, we should be good to go.
so Dorso, Letto, Miller likely going home. Same with Gerald Poole and Joe Campbell, a part of the DNFs from Heat Race number 5. But it's Kendrick Cryer who starts on pole for tomorrow night's I Stand With Letto 400. This broadcast has been a production of XCAL Racing, the premier leader in street stock iRacing. Thanks for joining us. So long.